Hello and welcome to so I sorted them. I just got done sorting them S to D, working via synergy or not working via synergies. That only by themselves. The core Joker by themselves, early game to late game. I sorted them from S to D. Now in this video, I'm gonna sort them from best to worst, where they are when working with synergies. And that's going to be the premise of this video. If you do like my content, please ask you to subscribe, because I'm trying to get to 500 so that I can start monetizing my content and be able to start just getting better at YouTube and better content for everyone out there, and to just promote this game. It's a really good game. I like it. How do I get all of these? Okay. I guess we're just gonna go. Blueprint is gonna be S tier. Dude, how do I restart? Reset. There we go. There we go. So, frick off, ad. Gotta make sure this is working correctly. No, frick off. Okay, here we go. So, 8-ball. Working with synergies, I think it's still an A tier. It doesn't have many synergies, but you can still upgrade it. And it also works with Dusk. So, since it works with Dusk, I think that's why it deserves A tier. I think this is still a B tier, I think. Because you have to have other Jokers. Yes, it's other Jokers is the synergy. But it's still, I don't know. It's still, I think, B tier. This still gonna be D tier. I don't like Constellation. You'd much rather just have money than having anything else. You're just gonna want money, in my opinion. So, and you rarely ever get them in the shop. So you're much better off with something else. Banner, it has a synergy with the no discard Joker, and it also has a synergy with, that's about it. I think it's a good C tier. It doesn't have many synergies, it's just no discards in general, and that's why I think it deserves a C tier. Now, the first Joker, it's gonna go D tier, because, or just Joker by itself, yes, it is good early, but it has almost no synergies. You're gonna want everything else, basically. Oh, I meant Astronomer, my bad. Astronomer is what it's called. I said the wrong one. Blackboard. I think Blackboard, while it does have good synergies, it's still hard to guarantee it to go off. So I'm going to put Blackboard, I'm going to put it in high B tier. Definitely high B tier. Blueprint, it's going to go in S. It's literally the best. Since this has really good synergies, I'm going to put Burglar in A tier. This has pretty good synergies money-wise. If you can get the synergies to work, you can get it to work with Blueprint, and you can get it to work with Dusk, causing you to get a lot of money. I think it's a low B tier. Tarot cards, it doesn't have many synergies, so that's why I think it deserves C tier. Only because it doesn't have synergies. You're only guaranteed one per boss, because since it has no synergies, that's why I think it deserves a C tier. Knife, I think you have to get it with egg, because if you don't get it with egg, it's not worth, but it can get really high. I think a high C tier, and I'm gonna put egg with it in a high C as well. Constellation, it's gonna be an S tier, definitely. Flush House. No. Straight. I think Straight belongs in high C tier, because it doesn't have many synergy. I guess it has a synergy with hand. Actually, no. Low B tier, because it has 4 fingers, and it has what's the other one? Positioning, or superposition, and then also some other Jokers that synchronize with it. Smudged works with it as well. So I think that's why it deserves a kind of low B tier. This doesn't have many synergies. Since this doesn't have many synergies, I'm gonna put it in C tier. It's definitely a good moneymaker, but if you don't, you have to have the synergies to like be able to play without using discards. So that's why I think it's definitely a C tier. DNA, A tier with blueprint, glass. Flush, I think is a low B tier, like a very low B tier, because it works with flush house, and it works with straight flush, and it works with flush. And you can do 5 of a kind with a flush, and it still works with 5 of a kind as well. Dusk is gonna go A tier. Multi, I think this goes in B tier. Low B tier because it doesn't work with aces. If it works with aces, then it'd be a lot better. I think Fibonacci is A tier with synergies. I think hand is B tier, in my opinion, because it does enable flush house, but that's all it enables pretty much. Gold Joker, it doesn't have any synergies. That's why I'm gonna put it in D tier if you want to go for synergies. It's good money, but we're going for synergies. We're not going for money. Banana also has no synergies. I'm gonna put that in D tier. 3 of a kind. Does it have any synergies? It has blueprint, but blueprint's pretty much everything. 3 of a kind would work with 8 ball, technically. 3 of a kind works with Fibonacci. 3 of a kind works with, doesn't work with flush, doesn't work with you. I think it is a C tier, synergies wise. It's a high C tier, only because you can maybe make it work with 8 ball. You can maybe make it work with it's a grab if you don't have anything else and you're going for like 2 pair or high card or something like that. Now, I think Hitchhiker, with synergy wise, having Dusk and Blueprint, I think that's only reason why it's gonna be C tier. Maybe a mid C tier because it works with Blueprint and Dusk, but that's about it. I think that's why it deserves a C tier. Ice Cream doesn't have synergies, because you can do Blueprint, but that's everything. I think synergy wise, I think it deserves a C tier, because yes, it is good, but we're not talking about the card by itself. We're talking about synergies. I think Stencil is a good A tier because it works with almost everything multi-wise. But you do it's at the cost of having -1. And we're not talking about bosses, we're talking about strictly synergies. So this making it where you can have less synergies, where Constellation and Blueprint are just better. Juggler for synergies. I think Juggler is a high B tier because it allows you an easier way to get flush houses and all that stuff, allowing you to, it works with the hand joker, it works with really everything. That's why I think synergy wise it's a good B tier. So synergy wise, I think Juggler can go into B tier. Next, I think, okay, so I think, oops. I guess we're gonna have to deal with saver download. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I think 4 of a kind. It works with 5 of a kind. It works with 4 of a kind. It works with Blueprint. It works with 8 ball. I think it's a low B tier with synergies, in my opinion. Stone Joker, it's D tier. It doesn't have many synergies other than making stone cards, and that's why I think it's and then I think this also goes in D tier, Misprint, because it's too random and it doesn't synergize with anything else. I mean, it does synergize with Blueprint, And, like, I guess it works with the other ones, but it's not guaranteed. I'd much rather have a Gross Michael. I'd much rather have, Four of a Kind. I'd much rather have really any multi-type Joker. That's why. Next, I think I'm gonna have to put this in A tier. It's 15 multiplier. All you have to do is get rid of your discards. It works with all multi-jokers. It works really well with Burglar. And it works with 3 of a half Joker. It works with it works with a lot of stuff. Just 15 flat mult, but it's gotta be A tier. Odd Todd, I think, is definitely a high B tier. If not, like, almost breaching into A tier. Only because Scholar exists. And Power, I think Power... I think it's a bottom B tier, synergy-wise. Mystic Summit does not work with Dusk. I'm 100% sure Mystic Summit doesn't work with Dusk. No, because I've tried it before. It doesn't work with Dusk. I think it... Or you're saying, like... I don't know. It doesn't proc Dusk. Bus... it has to go in A tier. It synergizes with Burglar very well. It synergizes with Fibonacci. It synergizes with 8-Ball. It synergizes with everything except for Scary Face, pretty much. That's why I think, and especially with the other one. I think this is a high C tier. I think Runner Joker is a high C tier because it can get better than Ice Cream. And it can synergize with Four Fingers. It can synergize with... And it's one of the very few chip Jokers compared to many of the other Jokers that are mostly just focusing on multi. So it's a high C tier, I think. Scary Face, I think, is just a D tier. I don't like Scary Face. Odd Todd's way better. It synergizes a lot more with other stuff. It doesn't synergize with any other Joker. Other than Business Card. But Business Card only gets you money. And money is good and it allows you to buy more stuff. You're more likely going to buy a better Joker than Scary Face. I think with the synergies, I think Smudge is a very high A tier. Or B tier, my bad. I think Smudge is a very high B tier, in my opinion. A plus Joker, I think... How did I scroll down? Okay. Actually, I think it's S tier, synergy wise, because it's just so good. It can easily carry you through a run. If you add it with Dusk, Blueprint, along with Odd Todd, and then you add in Fibonacci, it's just so good. If Fibonacci's an A, Scholar has to be an S tier. Splash, I think Splash is a low B tier for synergies because it can work with Business Card. You can get it with you can add multi to a card. You can use it with Power. It's really good with Power. I think the synergy with Power is really good. Just gives you more chips. You can add multi to it, all that kind of stuff. I think this is a high B tier. It's not as good as Bus. It's not as good as Bus, but it is still good. I think it's maybe a mid-tier B, is my opinion. Superposition, I'm gonna put it in C tier. It does work with a few things. It works with forehand. It works with Smudge Joker. But then again, it's just not a great Joker in general, in my opinion. It's not like you can pick which card you want. It's if it was like a pack and you could pick between two, that would change everything. But you can't. So that's why I think it deserves mid C tier. To-do list, it's really good with Blueprint. I think it's a low B tier. Mostly because it's used with Blueprint. And, well, I guess, yeah. Because you can Blueprint and then you get $8 compared to at max with this on a normal run with Blueprint. You'd get, like, this is guaranteed. This is a maybe. So I do like to-do list. If I can get it with Blueprint, I really like it. Now, last but not least, we have 3 of a kind. I think 3 of a kind is a decent B tier Joker. I think it nicely sits in the B tier. It's definitely a mid tier B tier because it works with straight flush. But there's some other stuff you'd rather have with it, like Flush Joker. Well, Flush Joker is as also 10. I think it's better than Flush. But there's still some better ones like Summit. You'd much rather have Summit and many other Jokers that synergize. So I think I'm pretty happy with this list of synergies. And I think that's gonna be the end of the video. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers, so if you do like my content and you want to see me live, I make all my content live. If you want to see all this stuff happen, subscribing is the best way possible. I leave stuff in the community page whenever I'm about to go live. And if you did like the video, please, it'd help out a lot if you leave a like. And I will see you guys in the next tier list or the next video. So I will see ya.